Hi everyone, we're back again. I'm just putting my iron on and just giving a bit of it's got a bit of glue on it. Get it heated up and I'll get some of that glue off. Welcome back to the Great Australian Craft Show. This is 4 o'clock booking. We're doing the quilt and with the wildlife panels on it. So I'm going to go through. Hi Claire. I've got this one, which is a large panel. So I'm using one of these. This is one of the panels at $15. So I have them in stock. If you decide that you don't like the kangaroo one, you can always go for the kookaburras. So the kookaburras are there. Okay, and there's two in that one. There's three kookaburras in that one. And they're $15 for that as well. And the other one, if you wanted to really change it up, you could have the magpies. And I have these all in stock. Hi ladies. So this is the other one. So that's your big panel there. So you can see there's the magpies. So depending on, you know, what animals you want, what colour way you want to do it and all that sort of stuff, as to what ones you would choose. They are the width of fabric, so about 42 inches wide. Hi Lynette. I've still got glue on my iron. So that's the magpie one. Hi Jody. Then, so that's that one. Now in mine, I also used not only this one, but I used this one here, which is a panel of 3. So I call them the tri-panel. So you've got kind of one of the magpies, sure Donna. So this has the possums. Then it has the kookaburra. And it has the green frogs. So that's one panel and it's $14. I also used in mine, I'll put that aside for Donna and I'll write your name on it. Oops, today's nearly lost my chair. Oh, that sounded like a tablet drop to me. Then I also use, I have all of them and still deciding how many wall hanging to make use. Yeah, wow. The other one I'm using is this one. It has the echidna, the kangaroos, and the wombat. Can I see the magpies again, please? I missed it. Sure. So those are the 3 panels I'm using, but you can use any panels you like. This is the magpie one again. So I'll just see if I can move that camera so you get a better look at it. So that's it there. And across to there. There they are, 3 Maggies having a chat. Bit of a warble. Okay. And that's 15 as well. Yeah, I just topped him up, yeah. Julie's on the same wavelength as me. We just, and can you tell me what you're using them for? Right, Dee, so I'm making a quilt. So I've been having this every time we've had a Craft Alive, I've been doing this quilt. So, and we've just been progressively doing it. The first, and what I've been calling it, I love how every panel has ants, and yes, so, same with me, Rado. Could I grab a magpie, please? Not the frogs. Sure, Lynette, we'll swap it over. It's a large one. So, Lynette, I do have that one. We'll just swap it over. Lynette. Yeah. All right, so, yeah, welcome. So what we've been doing, I've been calling it the Triangles in Training quilt because I've been making these half square triangles, but I have been making sure that none of them match. There's no two that are the same. They are cut in all different directions, and we're okay with that. We can do anything we like. Better have a magpie before I miss out, no worries, Dee. We can do anything we like around these, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's why we're doing it, and I'm calling it Triangles in Training. So I'll pop one of those for you aside, Dee. Done deal. All right. Now, the other one that I have here in stock, and I've only got 4 left, is, I call it the Fairy Penguins because that's the first one. It's got our lovely pelicans. It has the platypus and, of course, the Fairy Penguins. And I've only got 4 of these left, and these are 14. So that's the one panel. And I also have, I also have the rosellas. So I've got quite a few of the rosellas, so plenty of those in stock, so no one will miss that. It's got the kingfisher. Then it has the waratah with the little Jenny wrens and blue wrens. And it also has the crimson rosellas, and these rosellas I have in my yard. Love these rosellas. So that's another one, and plenty of those in stock. Fairy Penguins for D. Yep, sure. Oh, hubby rang again, so I'm late again. That's all right. These panels are lovely in real life. They're even nice to touch. The camera doesn't do them justice. No, it doesn't really. They are such a pretty panel. The only thing I didn't like about them was the sort of colour that was around them, but you know, everyone's different. D, you'd like a Fairy Penguin? Sure. Hi, Deb. So the ones with 3 in them, the tri ones, are 14, and the other ones are 15, the big ones. All right, what I have done so far is I have cut a 1-inch strip of brown fabric and gone around there, and I folded it in half. And the rosellas, sure, Debbie, Donna, yep, no dramas. Done deal. Got that one there, Donna. Yeah, I didn't really like it, so I thought I'll cut it off. And what I've done is I've got, I've had a 1-inch bit of brown fabric, folded it in half, ironed it down, and then stitched it and made it like a faux piping. So I've just stitched it down there with a 1/8 or scant 1/4 inch and put that around them. So they have theirs around. So that's the kangaroos. I'm going to trim those off on the ends in a minute. I just need to move that camera down. All right, Dee, no worries. Wombat for you. I'm thinking that's the wombat one there. Yep, it is. Hi, Judy. All right, done. Now, then I've gone and cut that khaki colour that I don't like off the ends of these and done again the same thing, added that on. Now this is a percale fabric, so it's a little bit nicer than the homespun, but in saying that, homespun will work as well. So I've done that. Now you can use your batiks that you're getting, or you can use anything you like. You can use whatever you like around them. I made little kits up with these colours. The only colour I might have trouble getting is that grey, but I can make them up for you if you like, but you will have to give me time to do so with everything else that's going on, and a colourway. So the blue was the hardest one to find, but I did find out yesterday I do have some more of this, very similar to it, and it sort of goes with everything. So that was good. So once I've done that around there, I'm then trimming these off. So I've got this little board here that I hardly ever use because it's too small for anything, but on camera it's brilliant. My little ruler. Sorry, what are or have you changed? No, I haven't changed anything. Can I have the Rosella one? Do they come in the 3 blocks? Yes, they do, Maureen. Yeah. So there's 3 blocks on the Rosella one. It's got the Rosellas. Then it's got the little blue wrens there. And then it's got the kingfisher, and that's one panel altogether. So if you like that, Maureen, I can pop one aside for you. So now I'm just going to trim off my little daggy bits. And just so I've got a straight edge. Debbie, you'd like the solid colours, the colourway that I've chosen, or would you like a different colourway? Yeah, no worries, Maureen. There's a bit of a delay, I've noticed. Sure, Deb, I can do that. Colourway is mine, and that's the triangle quilt. Absolutely, not a drama. All right, so I might have to, not too sure, but I might have to substitute that light grey for a really light blue. That's the only thing I might find. So I'll send you a photo. Dee, what comes with the kookaburra? Okay, so kookaburra, here he is. Kookaburra has, oops, can't get my fingers around it. There we go. Kookaburra has the little twin possums. No, Judy, I haven't yet. Then it also has the green tree frogs. Oops, a daisy. He looks like he's cranky, but it's the way the angle of the fabric. And he also has the kookaburra. So that's him there. Okay. Judy, this is the second row. Okay, no worries, Debbie, thank you. Dee would like the kookaburra one as well. Sure, Dee. Done deal. That's easy peasy. Now, being the second row, I'm going to make it the same as the first row. Okay. So again, trimming the 3. I've already done the first one with the possums, so now I'm just trimming the other 2. I've added the little borders on, or little faux pipings on, so they're all good. So I'm just trimming off that. This fabric does fray. I think it's a cotton lawn. Yeah, you're sitting on your hands now, are you? You can do that. Sit and listen to me yap on. Now, I'll just see if I can move this camera up a fraction and get a bit of a better view. Sorry, I might have to have a little sleep and come back. Sure thing, Judy. No dramas. There we go. See if that will hold for me. Okie doke. All right. Yeah, so I cut the little hairy bits off if I have a chance. Lawn cotton is a little bit softer than some of the other fabrics, so it will fray a little. And you do have to be very careful not to pull threads. So if you don't cut through it properly, please don't pull on it, come back and cut that missed bit, because you will pull threads if you do pull on it, okay? Just a heads up, it happened to me. Alright, so that's the 3 cuts. So I've cut that faux piping, and now it's level with the actual panel. Now, mind you, I have not checked to see whether these, I did all cut them at 12.5 inches, but I haven't checked to see whether they're all going to match. I'm going to be okay with ad-libbing. This is my little thing, and if you don't want to ad-lib and you want to make sure they're 100%, you know, exactly right, then you need to make sure you double check your measurements as you go. All right. So now I'm just sort of working out exactly where I want to put all these. First things first, I'm going to have to join these together, but to do that, or actually first things first, I'll get back to it, I might need to put these wonky triangles, my triangles in training, along the top of each one of these, okay, top and bottom, so they're like that. So you can see that. So that's going to go on the top like that, and that's going to go on the bottom like that. Okay, they're not going to be even, and like I say, I'm okay with that, because I'm not after even, I'm after completed, and I'm after original. I'm not here to make these look I'm not, I was just reading messages from Redo. I'm not after making these look like perfection, okay? So I have, for 6, looks like I have an extra one, which is this one. So I have 6 2.5 inch squares, roughly. I have made them into wonky triangles, all different shapes and stuff. You can trim them off and make them even if you like. I'll probably do that after I've joined them, and I'm going to join these to the top and bottom. This is a brilliant quilt if you've got someone who, especially a younger person, if you've got someone who you just want to show them how to put together a quilt without having the stress of worrying about points. Points and joins and things like that can be the absolute killer, especially for younger people, because it's just too much. Excuse me, hay fever today. So let's start with the kookaburra. Down we go. That's going to go there, and you can see it's too long. Okay, so I'm going to, I'll just move it back so you can see a bit more. You can see it's too long, and I'm okay with that. So I can cut that off like that. I can put it in the middle like that and have 2 smaller pieces. I can have it this way and have that one a small piece as well if I like. Either way is okay. Or you can have one piece of sashing that's the same width as this. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'll grab my pins, which I've buried up over here somewhere. And I'm just going to put them in roughly, just to hold it, so I know that that's the side I'm going to sew on. From this end, you know, this is the one I want to have coming down. And to me, that just looks like it's not going to quite reach. Okay. Yeah, you like a nana nap too, Happy? All right. Move it down a fraction. And go down, release that, and just put that up here. Now I'm not trimming until after I've sewn it down. Now a big thing with working with any kind of triangle is not to pull, because you can see as soon as I pull on it, it starts distorting. Don't pull when you're sewing, okay? And when you're ironing, it's best to iron very, very minimal ironing, and you could even just finger press. You don't have to press with an iron. I did with these just so you could see, and I've also done it without pressing. So Dee, because you've come in sort of halfway through, you know, my tutorials with this, they are up on YouTube, and I will have this one eventually on YouTube as well. I'm happy with that being that way, and you can see that green matches, the blues match, the browns match. Love it. Much nicer brown than what they had there. And I'm just going to pin that to this way because that's the end I want it to go from. And this one this way. And I'm going to do the same for both, all three of these. So the next one. The only thing I do try and do, I'm sitting here watching, and my two cavaliers are under my desk popping off and gassing me. You fed them the wrong thing. Okay, so I might flip that around just so I don't have the two greys at this end and the two greens. I'm just going to flip them around. You can see they're as crooked as a dog's hind leg. I might just get my little seam fix. A little seam fix. I've sold out of these, I think. Have I? I think I have. No, I did. I sold out of them the other night. So when you've got, see how good that was? Just got all those little black threads out, just like that. Just like that. All right, so this is going to go from that way down. So I'm going to flip that over, and that's going to be pinned from this end. If I can get some more of those seam fixes, I might do. I sold out of them twice now. They're very popular. That's got to be folded over the right way. When I go to sew, I'll make sure that that goes in the right direction that way. And that there. And with this one, so I've got less of the grey. I might just flip that way. So that way. Bring it down so I can reach it. I've even got a screw on my pin cushion thingy, my magnet pin cushion. I've even got a screw there. Weird, hey? Look at that little screw in there. Look. Oh. See? Oh, there we go. So I had a screw on my pin thingy, magnetic pin thingy. Don't ask me why I've got that there, but it's just there. I've probably flung the magnetic thingy across the table and just picked it up at some point. All right, so that's just pinned down nicely. And I mean, I haven't pinned that to exactly where I'm going to sew. It's just in place. Pop that there. Then do me floggy one, my little froggy. Can you put panel 1 and 2 with my order, please? Yes, so panel 1, and those little stocking fillers you have had sell out in minutes. You need more stuff like that with Christmas coming. Guess what I've got coming up? Ha ha ha, Monday. Panel 1 and panel 2 with my order. So that would be, Cheryl, are you talking about, well, that was the froggy one and the wombat one. You just sort of need to tell me which ones they are, sweetheart, just so I know. The ones I've used, panel 1 and 2, or, you know, I've used the one with the echidna, which is the, I think that's the echidna wombat one, and then the second one is the one with the frog. All right, so this one here, that's got the green very close there, so I'm going to flip that around there. And that one I'm okay with, so that'll go like that. And I'll flip them that way. I might do less yellow or lemon. Yeah, I'm going to absolutely do threads. Absolutely. Yep, all threads. All threads on Monday night, and I do have a couple of stocking fillers.
Sure do. They are nice.
Okay, Cheryl. Yeah, the threads are gorgeous. And that. There, that's just holding it. And this one, I want to show more of the green, so less of the khaki, and that can go that way. You know, you can make this as big as you want to. It's entirely up to you. You can just go border after border after border and go for your life. All right, that's holding that one. Fold them over. They're going to come over to the machine, and so are you. And here we are. So I'm going to come from this angle, and there we go. That should hold nicely. All right, now I have my machine set up to give me a 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to start off the fabric because I've got room to. Just lift up and move over. I'm taking, Ash, I love bits and pieces. You should have a full night of B's and P's. Yeah, bits and pieces. I should know. The B and P night. Alright. Alright, so, and then I'm going to take the other pins out because I want to adjust it as I go. So I now have no pins in. Horror to horror, I very rarely sew with lots of pins unless I've got lots and lots of seams I am trying to meet up. Putting my eyeballs on now, pressing my start button, and stop and just adjust. Up to where my finger is. Platypus and froggy ones. Yep, sure, Cheryl. And look at this, it's actually going to come right to the end really nicely. I might have a little bit of a hangover and not the alcoholic type. Oops, oh, I need to change my bobbin. It's throwing me off. I'll keep pushing that bobbin until it actually won't let me go any further, by the way. And without full on stretching or twisting that point there. There we go, and we'll do the other side. Whoops, a daisy, nearly knocked the camera off its perch. That would be disastrous. I think the platypus is on. Okay, yep. The platypus and that one, I've got them aside for you, Cheryl. I better write your name on it now while I'm thinking of it, otherwise I will forget. And there's a couple of Cheryls. Cheryl Harwood. Done deal. Okay. Alright, we're up to the next one. I'm going to take my pins out now because I know which end I'm starting at and where I want it to start. So I'm going to lift that up and just move it up there. Looks like I've had it joined to something before at some point. My foot's on the edge of it, needle down, and I'm actually going to go back and forth with that one because I know it will come out. Up to there. No worries, Cheryl, anytime. That block's a little bit bigger, so I'm happy for it to go past the edge of the fabric and come down here. And oops-a-daisy, knocked that camera again. Gosh, I had to tape it on the other day. It just would not play nice at all. There we go. This one here, make sure that's down the right direction. Now just be careful not to pull these corners out to out to the right, so that you don't have them sort of pulling out in a horrible diamond shape. There we go. Just get that one there. There we go. Now before I get to the end, you can see it sort of sticking out there. I'm just going to grab it and move it back. Shush machine. And go past that. And then we're going to cut off. We're going to do the same to the other two. So I'll just run you through it each time. This is pretty much sewing 101, but probably just Michelle's way. We just do this the quick and easy way and get it done. I'm not, like I say, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for completed. And come over here. Oops, I knocked it again. It's in a bad spot today. I'm making sure I've gone past. See, there's a seam there that's not quite to the end. I could have trouble with that later on, but we'll ad lib for now. Before we get to the end, this one's a bit loose on there. Just need to lift my foot up just so I could adjust it. And go to the end and go past it. I mean, you can chain stitch at this point if you wanted to, so I can go to the next one. I've got that sort of lined up where it needs to be. Place the next one under and just let it feed in. You don't have to go as fast as I am. You can go a lot slower if you want to. So just make sure you've got these on the top and bottom if you're doing it moe. And that there is going to go that way to coincide with the top part of it. Up, up, up. And lift that up. Put down, pick the needle up, just push that down, move the needle, move the foot back, needle down again, lift up, push that down, and foot down so we catch that. And you can see I've come a little bit too far over, so needle up. Might go back a few just to fix that seam up a little. Your fingers are getting very close to the needle. Oh, they do. Sorry, Judy. I'm so used to it, and I knock on wood when I say these things. I have not yet thrown one through my finger. I'm sure there will be a day. I'm just hoping it's not today. Can't be having blood today. I'm going to go back and forward on that seam. And I can see another seam that's starting to cut. And this is the thing, when you chain piece, if you haven't come off far enough to put these two bits together, give it a bit of a knot in between, then you'll get the edges will come undone. All right, I'm going to fling it around. I haven't cut anything yet. And that's a bit of a wonky one, so I'm okay for it to start crooked, because I can see it sort of goes off on a funny shape. So I'll have it come up there, just off the edge. There we go. Be quiet, machine. Come off the edge. There we go. We're on. Probably too that I've got it on Zoom. It looks like I'm much closer than I really am. I'm not as close as you think I am, I don't think. So see how that's starting to kick out there again? Move it across. Put your finger on it and just support it through. Don't push, don't shove, don't pull. As soon as you start doing that with triangles, that's when you have all sorts of trouble with them going out of shape. Alright, just taking my needle out, or pin I should say, and I'm going to see how I've got a gap between the last spot and here. That means that it's going to create these little knots, and when I cut them apart, it's not going to come undone like it did last time. So let's feed it under here. Do you know when I do lives without the Craft Alive thing, I have like 80 people. But it's nice. At 25? Yeah. That's weird. But anyway. Do you know what it is? I reckon it's the sales thing. Because they're coming in for the sale. Yeah. Alright, let's feed this down. I know this is a bit wider, so I'm okay being in a bit, and I can see that little end bit there sticking out, so let's pull him back in and go over the edge nicely. Oops, wrong button. Cut off. And we've just done those two. I'm going to grab my camera and bring it back over for you for a second to here. Just to show you what I'm going to do. So that was the first one I did here, this one. Now I've got these two. Oops, today's, I'll get that out of the way. These two, and they're still joined. See how they're joined? We're just going to trim that. Then, what we need to do, without pressing, I'm not pressing anything yet, is I need to just fold that out, just to have a look how it's going to look. It looks pretty awesome. The Loyalist, that's it. Okay, so while it's in that position, and I'm not stretching it like that, I'm not doing any of those, I'm just sitting it there in its position. Because if I go stretching, when I fold it over, it's going to be in a different shape. So just fold it down, grab your ruler and your blade, make sure your line is straight all the way along here, and run that down there. Trim it off. Same with the other end. And I'll do that way. Just make sure it's sitting nice and flat. And make sure, there we go. And that's that. And you can see it's going to be crooked. And that one's, you know, missed a little bit in the stitching. I might have to throw a stitch or two in there to stop it from coming undone. But like I say, it's finished, which is the best part of it. And for those young kids or those who are just starting to learn, this is a good way for you to just get over that it's not perfect thing, because the idea, it's perfectly imperfect. Alright, so this is your triangles in training. Okay, so that's those. Fold those. Come back here for this one. Could you make this with half square triangles? Absolutely, Lynette. Absolutely. Anything you like, darling, anything you like. You can do it with sashings, half square triangles. You can do it with little, like a piano border. You can do so many different things. It's not funny. That one's not sitting direct, so they're all okay. Either way you go. So that side doesn't need to be trimmed. That one doesn't either, but this one does. So once I've trimmed it, then I'll come in with the iron and give it a quick, very, very quick short press. Nothing too major, no stretching. Just make sure I can see the edge of that. I don't really want to cut off my corner, so to speak. One more over here. And it's got a corner, a funny corner on it. Take that off. This one I think is okay. This just shows us we don't have to be perfect. Absolutely. Oh, Judy, no, nothing frightening about it at all. You have so much knowledge. I love watching you. I'm learning so much. Oh, that's good, Lynette. That's really good. That's my job here is done type thing. All right, my iron is on. And just get my little bits of rubbish out of the way so they don't get caught up, catch fire or anything like that. All my little bits out of the way. Scissors, packaging. And if you're wondering what my iron is sitting on, this is what my iron is sitting on. It's a little silicone mat. Is that a 12-inch quarter inch ruler? No, that is a, yes it is. Sorry, I tell a lie. Debbie, I've had it for many, many years. I can get them. It's a quarter ruler, and it's a 12-inch length. I couldn't tell you how much they are, you know. I'd have to look it up and order them for you. And I'm happy to do that. That doesn't bother me. So we're just going to run the iron. Just move this over a bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just running the iron that way, because I sort of want to try and get my seam, if I can, to go the opposite direction. I can't remember how I did it in the other one. I think I ironed them inwards, so yeah, that's the way I did it. I ironed them that way. So then I just press very briefly from the back. Now, if you're really trying to pay attention, so that first line there that I've got, the inside line, is sewing on at a quarter rule. Yes, please. Okay, so I'll just pop them on the order thing. So Rado and Debbie. Yeah. Add a quarter 12-inch. Yeah. Sure. That first one is to hold on the fake piping, the faux piping, and the other one is to sew the seam down. So that gives us our little peekaboo thingy. And again, you notice I'm not full on pressing. I'm just let the iron do its job without full on pressing. Don't really want it to stretch and move that fabric way out of the way. Just quickly, Aiden isn't coming up tonight, so yeah. And Rod brought in that for you. Alright. No, sorry, I don't need one. Was saying what it was. Oh, okay, sorry, Rado, I've misinterpreted that. Yep, no dramas. Alright, so I'm going to just press from this side, and I mean just, I'm not ironing, I'm pressing just to get it nice and flat. The seams, try and get my seams as flat as possible. Alright. And you can see I've got a little bit of a boo-boo there, with that being a bit wider than in here. I mean, you can unpick that if you want to, but in the scheme of things, seriously, like, you really wouldn't take any notice of that once you've got that sort of out and about. Yeah, you're not going to have an issue. That one there, we'll do the same for the other two. It's only 5 o'clock. It's gone quick, hey? So, just quickly before we go to, I did want to get these together, so let's see if I can. At 6 o'clock, I'm having a really good demo. If you like making bags or like clutch purses or anything like that, you need to come here at 6 o'clock. I am having a bonus session with you guys, making a clutch bag. There will be little kits available if you'd like to purchase afterwards. And honest to God, you are going to love how quick and easy it is to put the bag together. It will be using a Astor and Ann clutch bag, purse, bag, whatever. I've got 2 different types there you can choose from, and you wait until you see what I'm going to be putting it together with. You are going to love my choice of decoration. Hi, Pat. Hi. Last one. Let's just go across here, just getting that little bit of pressure behind that seam just to push it the other way. Just bought some bag pattern books. Oh, cool. Oh, love making bags. A couple of demos I'm going to do on making bags too, from scratch, you know, those sort of bags, and purses and that sort of stuff too. So all these ideas in my head about YouTube and live workshops and stuff like that. Rado and I were chatting about earlier. Okay, that needs to come the other way. Or is it? No, that is right. It is that way. All right, anything that's really bulky. Oh, yes, Lisa, I do. I have all the panels except for 2 of them in stock. Never made a bag before, only library bag. Oh, Pat. Oh, once you start making bags, you'll never go back. Yeah, I love it, girlfriend. All right, so we've now got, just moving my little ironing mat over. So we've got these and that too. We need some room. All right. That one didn't quite stick. So you can see by looking at this, it's coming in, and it's because this stuff here is quite soft and it will move, whereas this one here won't. Did I see you had any bag mesh a while ago? Yes, Deb, and we're going to be using that. You are going to see it in use, and I am going to surprise you with what we're going to do. I'm not telling you. You have to come and see me. So you can see, okay, now if I kept straightening up, that would just continually, it would just continually keep going out of shape. That's the type of fabric it is. It has a bit more movement than this stuff does. Okay, so don't be tempted to keep doing it, keep cutting it. You will fix this up and it'll get brought in the sides with these next borders and when you stitch it together. So don't panic about that sort of thing. Some fabrics are just more movable. 6 o'clock, Pat. 6 o'clock, yeah, it was 6 o'clock, yeah. Yeah, 6 o'clock, Pat, I'm doing it. So these fabrics can be a little bit more, they've got that sort of, they have more movement in them than what, say, a percale or homespun does, okay? Oh, Dee, yeah, you'll be able to watch it later, and honestly, you'll love it. And again, like I say, it will be on YouTube. And you can always kick in if you get chance. It'll probably go for about an hour and a half, just saying. So we might go 45 minutes, then come back for the second part. That might be the way to go. Give it half an hour break in between because people want to have dinner too. So, all right. So, now we're up to this part. I've made lots of these little fellas with 8 in between. I'm going to slip that down the other way. And they're going to go next to them. In between each one and one each on the end of the rows, all right? So there'll be one on one end, then one in between, then one in between that and the frog. There'll be the frog there. Move that along, and then one at the end. So you need 4, all right? So I'm going to join them together, and then tomorrow, you know how we were doing the horse one? Tomorrow, we're going to also try and finish this by joining it all together tomorrow, and that'll be at probably, I reckon, around about 2 o'clock. So that's it for this one today. We are going to come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. This is on the guys you're cooking. The guys you're cooking dinner. They just found out. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so tomorrow, live 11 o'clock, live 2 o'clock and then probably at 4. Okay, and we will. Start again. 11 o'clock tomorrow with the horse one. Yeah, so I was just reading Deb Chellingworth's thing. Then 2 o'clock, and then we have live sales tomorrow night. We're going to be doing threads and a couple little trinkets I have. So I will see you tomorrow, ladies. Actually, I'll see you at 6 o'clock tonight because we're going to be doing some awesome designing on the bags. See you then. Bye.